Well, I just got back from the doctor's office and got some really great news today. Very excited about my doctor's office visit. You guys know I've been dealing with quite a few health issues since December. So I can tell you just have to stay with it, man. And getting older is interesting. So anyway, I'll be back in a minute and 7 seconds with our show today. We're just going to be hanging around. Don't have a whole lot of news. Maybe we'll find something, but it's just going to be us hanging around today because I'm just now getting back from the doctor. And anyway, we'll have fun. I'll be right back after this brief introduction. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. No news story today. We'll just be talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. Motorcycle Club protocol or whatever. News, politics, whatever. We'll be right back.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started in the Navy and hit the sea, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, we're paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters. There have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Black Biker with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says get skinny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Just self-educated by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
I remember this one kid.
Well, all righty
A
then.
few years ago.
All righty then. Hey, it's your boy Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. And I want to introduce to you my co-hosts. We are the only Motorcycle Club News and MC Protocol channel in the entire world to have our very own Dr. Logic in the house. That
What's
is
going on, Black Dragon? What's going on, everyone?
horrible. What the hell is going on here?
You got a lot of echoing on your side.
They started on.
It's horrible.
Nobody's going to push me around.
Hey, what's up, man? 33 comments already.
What's going
Things are
on?
changing out there.
Things are changing out there.
You got 2 or 3 more things playing.
I saw
There
you put
you go.
that on, and I was like, no, I can't have his.
You
What
still
is that?
sound like
What's that echo? What is that?
Sound like you're in the hallway somewhere, bro.
Testing. Is that?
That's you, ain't me.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Testing.
See, that's what happens when you
Testing.
talk about
Do I still?
reboot your app. What you was
Hey, you
talking
can't do that. Can you do that? Can you do that? You can't do that. Can you do that?
about?
Oh shit.
Huh?
Okay, maybe it's because I don't have my microphone on. Is that?
You trying to
Where
be like
is
me?
this
See,
echo
you
coming?
know what? You saw me with this hat on,
And I
and got yours. That's why. See, that's why your system messing up.
what is? Oh, I know what this. That's what that is. Damn. Okay, I got it figured out now. There we go. All right, we're better off now.
You sound better.
Okay, what's up? And we want to introduce our boy Lavish T.
Does he got a hat on?
Williams.
Does Lavish got a hat on? Lavish don't have a hat on.
I don't see him. He's not there.
He's coming. I see the thing, the wheel turning.
The wheel turning. Yeah, I saw you put your hat on. I was like, no, man, don't just try to come on the show with a hat.
I have to put my so people know this hot. If you see me out there I was gonna say on the strip. You see me out there on the road. You see me out there. This is how I look.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Lavish. He's
What is up with the words?
huh?
Oh, never mind. I'm looking at two different screens.
Yeah, man, get on the right. Listen, man, our show is so messed up today. We don't have a show. we don't have anything. We're just showless.
Jay Wayne said I've got a Australian hat. It's funny. Let me tell y'all this, since we just talking about it. I was up in New York.
Yeah.
I was in Street Life Riders Motorcycle Club waiting for my award, and this guy kept looking at me. He was looking at me. He'll look at me. He looked for it. He'll look at me. Look for it, and then he says, he leaned over to me. He says, "Man, what uncle did you steal that hat from? Because you did not find a cool hat like that." I said, "But I did. I bought this hat." He said, "No, that's your uncle hat. That's your." I said,
Lavish, that is not a cool hat.
Lavish hat, cool. That Lavish hat is lavish.
You know what, man? Listen, and I'm mad that I'm not near my hat. I think that because I got a certain hat. I got a certain hat that I wear as well. And
Okay.
It's just like it's a my thing. The hat that's actually on that profile picture that you be posting with me, you and Logic, the thumbnail picture. That hat. I keep that hat in my bike. Yeah, I had to go to my bike to get this one. Yeah, if I don't, that hat right there, that Harley hat right there, I wear that hat.
That's like from 1940 or something. That's like a 19. Yeah.
You know, Harley Davidson, they had sold them maybe 2013 or some crap. They had those hats in it when I got that hat. If not longer. And I like that hat. And I've I make that hat make me, man. It's a dope hat, man.
Look, I showed up. I was trying to prove a point. I went to a certain club, Black Dragon. I took this hat off, and not Black Dragon.
You getting bad at Black Dragon?
Lavish, no, because Lavish is gonna watch this. Lavish, I took this hat off and I put on my my Masonic hat because I was trying to prove a point. Nobody recognized me.
Hey, you can't. Yeah, you can get to where you're only recognized by your.
You can't change hats, bro. You can't change.
He says,
it fits you. You know, certain people make a hat that it just fits them, man. Like
right
with the hat that I wear, my Harley hat. Nobody else, especially around my age, they wear the hat. They laugh at it.
Right.
The old head guys, they wear a hat. It's similar, close to that. It's similar to that. And you see a lot of the old head guys, wear it, man. And when I seen that hat, I like that hat because a lot of the old heads, they wore it and it kind of gave off, that retro style, man, and that different style.
That's a cool hat. That's what they used to wear back in the day. Boss Hawk, thank you for buying my book. Boss Hawk says that he got his copy of MC Protocol 101. And he says it was more extensive than he expected. Yeah, 500 pages. I got sick writing
$500
pages, 500 pages. I got sick writing this book. I was working on this book 16, 17 hours a day. I wrote this book in about 6 months. And I was working it, man. This is the book that I started writing after my club famously did all that stuff to me. I was going to write a tell-all about the club and just really tear off on everybody. Huh?
You was going to snitch. You was going to be a rat to the club. You was mad. You was in your feelings.
I was going to punch back, that's for sure.
Was it punching back or was it in my feelings and I'm gonna tell all the secrets and all the dirt? I just want to know. We got to be transparent on the show.
Why we got to be transparent about my stuff?
I'm just saying, man.
We haven't asked any transparency about what you're doing.
We got to be transparent, man. Was you in your feelings, man, and you was gonna go ahead and rat everybody out because you mad as hell?
Well,
or were you just telling your side of the story? Were you just you were just opening up from your experience?
Well, if you're asking me, of course, I was just telling my side of the story. But if we're being transparent, I think a little of each. I think a little I think a little bit of both was there. One is I never spoke out on those guys. All the F shit they were doing, I never spoke out on it ever. And these guys were doing some really crappy stuff. But we would fight each other. We would be fighting in the background. And I would say stuff like, man, y'all don't want to mess with me. I'm not the one you want to mess with. But I never went public with it. They came public on me, and their idea was he's got this big, huge following, and he can turn everybody against us. Let's get him first. We'll strike first. I'm told this from some of the guys that were in all those meetings, and people would tell them, do you understand how big that man's platform is? I would not fuck with him. Leave him alone. Retire him. Do not go one-on-one against Black Dragon. You're not going to win. And the egos got so big. So I never spoke out against my club. I always was, we were fighting internally for about 7 years. They were trying to take over the club and disappear Black Dragon, but that was internal. The Black Sabbath Nation is the greatest place on earth. I was always held it hard for them. So when they came out on me publicly and started lying on me, I was like, oh man, bro, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get down. And so, yeah, there was a little bit of both. Hold on, we got Lord have mercy. I wonder what do you want? What you want, Lord have mercy? Say that shit. Say it out loud. Say it again.
You was about to rat. Stop it.
He done called him out.
He don't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to Lord have mercy, man. He was only my club brother.
He called you out.
Back then. He was only my club brother.
He took his time to make that phone call. In the back of his head, he's like, stop, Black Dragon, stop. You know what? I'm just going to call him.
He called me the N-word. He said, you was about to rat, N-word. I was not. Well, maybe there was a little bit of each. I got to say there was probably a little bit of both. I was so mad. And you know what stopped me from doing that? Tia.
Well,
Tia said, you have an opportunity here to do something positive.
Right.
And when you write that book, I don't want you to be in your feelings. I want you to not write that book in your feelings.
Hey, Papa Penguin said it couldn't be ratting if they claim you wasn't a patch member.
Yeah, there you go. But there were some very bad things that were going on. And what eventually happened was they got what they wanted. They got me moved out of the way. And now you got everything you wanted. But it's just like I said, you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. And so now your whole motorcycle club is gone from the East Coast. That was a hell of a price.
I want to, I don't know if Lavish saw it. Who said this?
Are you ever going to buy your lowrider? You mean car? Man, I do want a lowrider car. I really want one. I grew up on the West Coast, kind of. I went to high school on the West Coast. I'm in the South. They like them cars with the truck tires, and the front end is taller than the back end. I like lowriders. Lavish has one of them crazy cars.
Lavish on the phone? Oh. Lavish, Motogado said you saw he got a Gatsby hat. He said you saw him in the hat when you came here to Dallas when y'all met. Is he frozen?
I don't know what Lavish. Oh, he's counting money. Okay, Lavish. Let us get some of that money.
We can't hear you, Doc. We can't hear you.
Yeah, you gotta come off this. I can't even unmute your mic. You gotta unmute your mic. Good morning, brother Mad Dog. Formerly from the Macon chapter of the Black Sabbath MC, now Regulator Mad Dog. The whole Macon chapter went over to the Regulators. It was just sad, man. These guys are it was just sad what that idiot did to our club. There are only so many styles of duster, but if you got that hat, you got the boots.
He's talking to me. We was talking about dusters. He asked me, did I have a duster? And I said, I don't have a duster. I want one. I don't have a duster yet. I was looking at them.
I got a complete full leather duster, bro.
I don't know if I want a leather one.
They're heavy. They weigh 20 effing pounds.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen.
I wore it for like one season.
Let me tell you, I am. I'm so much wanting to be not wanting to be like anyone else. I know our brothers from Outcast wear them, and people see me around this a lot. And I didn't want to just go out and get one, and they all of a sudden started thinking, Logic just trying to be like them guys over there at Outcast. So, you know, I know I don't care, really don't care what other people think, but at the same time, I said I have to find one that's a little bit different.
Yeah. People say my hat's too small. I have so many hats, and I like the way this hat fits. I mean, some people say it's too small because a lot of people want your hat to come down to your ears here, and I have hats that do that. But I like this hat the way it sits because I can ride my motorcycle with it. It's so tight it like corks down, and so for me it fits. But my head is so damn big that most of my hats either have to be custom made or something like that. What do you want, man? What do you want? Ouch.
It took me a while to find Papa Penguin sent what did he say?
I think he gifted 5 people memberships to Black Dragon.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's what's up.
That's what he did.
Yeah, it took me a while to find this hat. I was at the hat store and I was trying on ones, and I actually was calling, taking pictures and asking people what y'all think, and people said, "Man, put that the one I had a hat on." They said, "Put that one back on the shelf." I said, "Okay, I guess that one wasn't it."
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Your audience will. Your audience will tell you. Let's see. My boy wants to come on the show. Lord have mercy.
I like that. I actually saw that K Wayne said that distressed leather duster like my hat. Yeah, I saw that one or one like that.
You need to get a duster. I mean, they're heavy as hell and they have limited use. But you're in Texas. It gets cold in Texas.
What? Yeah, for about 3 days.
It gets cold in Texas, man.
Well, isn't the duster of course, everything has to have a meaning. I can't just. I like it. I want to get it because I like it, but I had to read about it, where it comes from. Why did the old cowboys wear it? And everything. So,
and you found out, and it was.
Well, you people bought the old cowboys got those dusters to keep the dust off their clothes. I guess Even though they were dirty as they rode across the countryside.
I don't know if that's the reason.
Since we just talking, what we're gonna do, right? Just look it up.
Yeah. The duster coat, a long, loose-fitting overcoat, originated in the 19th century as a practical garment to protect clothing from dust and dirt.
Thank you. See, look, y'all. Wait, I'm gonna look in the camera. He got me one time since I've been on the show.
I've had you more than one time. Initially worn by
he got me one time.
Initially worn by horsemen and travelers, it later became a popular accessory for early motorists as well. In the 20th century, the duster coat's association with Western films and counterculture movements further solidified its place in fashion history, evolving from a purely functional item to a stylish item. There you go. So I guess you were right. Duster coats gained iconic status through their portrayal in Western films, particularly those of Sergio Leone. The Sergio Leone films were also known as spaghetti westerns. They were all those films were made over in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call them spaghetti westerns. And none of those films had black cowboys in it. And that's why I grew up wondering why the only black cowboys there were the ones that I grew up with in Oklahoma. Like they weren't on TV. And I was in Oklahoma, where I come from, there are thousands of black cowboys. And thousands. That's all there is. And I was like, but they're not on TV, so we must not have been around then. For a long time, as a kid, I thought there was the slave days, then black people disappeared through the cowboy days, and then we came back later. That's just kind of how TV was back then. There weren't a whole lot of black people. And these movies were made, these spaghetti westerns were made with John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and all those guys, which made cowboying pretty big as far as a culture on TV and stuff. But it wasn't until later that we actually started showing up in the movies, even though we were cowboys the whole time. Yeah.
Moto Gatto told me I got to wear my hat when the Giants come here to Arlington. I was like, but see, here's my thing. Here's my thing. I am so New York. I'm a New Yorker to the bone. I know I've been living in Texas forever and a day, but I'm a New Yorker to the bone. I have to have my hat. I'm gonna get, if I get my duster, but I have to have my Timbs on too.
Yeah, that's not cowboy, bro.
But that's New York. I mean,
Outlaws TV, man. Outlaws TV. We gotta always shout them out. I don't know who Outlaws TV is. As a person, but this guy's Instagram channel be getting it, bro. They send this guy the shiznit.
Okay.
I love downloading his videos and adding my own take to him. But he has got the inside scoop on 1% motorcycle clubs. They send this guy the craziest stuff.
Only on Instagram?
I don't know. That's where I see him at all the time.
Okay.
But his channel is the bomb. A bunch of people wear dusters. I have a good one that I bought. I honestly prefer regular rain gear. Yeah, me too, boss. I don't even wear dusters I don't even wear my duster anymore. So
I look like the Django's cousin.
Dude, I'm typing on a smartphone. It's not easy. Thank you, SSW, for gifting membership for me, man. I appreciate that. I'd like for everybody to get a membership on my channel, man. That would be really cool. What's up, Lord have mercy, man? Good to have you on the show.
What's up, bro? Where'd Lavish go?
I don't know. Lavish disappeared.
Playing with his phone, and all of a sudden he just disappeared.
Yeah, he just disappeared. Yeah.
What you talking about, man?
He probably didn't want us to see the bankroll he had, you know.
Y'all foul.
So, Chris W. Tainers in Oklahoma City. You know how long Tainers has been around? Since I was about maybe 10 years old. They used to have a commercial called, they had this beautiful woman hanging off a cowboy. And this is how I actually learned how to spin my hat, is from a Tainers commercial. And he had his hat on like this, and this lady said, "At Tainers, we do it all for the cowboy." And this guy flipped that hat like that. And I was like, wow, that's what gets the women? We gotta try to find that old commercial. At Tainers, we do it all for the cowboy. And then he flipped that hat like that.
Black and white?
It wasn't black and white. And
was that a black and white?
I got my cowboy hat and I worked that sucker and over until I could flip that hat either hand. Boy, I got it together. I was like, I got to know how to flip my hat. I got it. I want that. That's how cowboys get women. They got to be able to flip their hat. So it's just funny that he would mention Tainers. I didn't even know they were still there. They still fit hats from scratch, from beaver to straw. Tainers was the bomb in Oklahoma City, bro.
It's a store.
Yeah, it's a cowboy store.
Okay.
At Tainers, we do it all for the cowboy.
I just went out and followed Outlaws TV on Instagram and TikTok.
Is he on TikTok too?
Yeah, I just found him. Or found the page.
Okay, I got to go follow him on TikTok. Black Dragon, what separates bikers from riders in your opinion?
Send me the flyer for the night.
What separates bikers from riders in your
Yeah,
opinion?
that K Wayne. That's where I went to Cavenders
Cavenders in
down here in Texas.
Tulsa. It's also in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
It is.
Yeah, I think I got this hat from Cavenders, if I remember right.
Stetsons. I haven't. Is there a Stetsons? I know that my partner worked for that company a long time ago.
I don't know if there's a Stetsons store. Oh, there's probably an outlet somewhere. What separates bikers from riders, in your opinion? Are MC members that just bar hop called bikers or just riders? So, in my opinion, what separates bikers from riders is completely different than what clubbers are. So, bikers live a lifestyle that is very common to dudes in motorcycle clubs. They have the same kind of culture, clothing, and they may or may not be in a club. Riders are people who focus on riding and not particularly the clothing and the lifestyle of a biker. So you have Goldwing riders that are not particularly bikers. They don't even wear that stuff. They wear all kinds of like if you look at your the guys that I really think of really as riders would be like those guys that ride the BMWs. Those guys are like they're always dressed out with all the safety gear and accessories and cameras on them and stuff. And you could always remember them in the old days from the suitcase luggage looking saddlebags and stuff. Those guys I call riders, like they are extreme riders, riding all weather. They're just really set up to ride and all that stuff. Bikers, I think more of as people that walk around in leather vests and cuts and stuff like that. But clubbers are completely different than all of them because they live the clubber lifestyle. And so in the clubbers live a biker and a club lifestyle, which is a group life focused around the group, the motorcycle club itself. So are members that just bar hop bikers or are they just riders? No, they're clubbers and bikers. And if all they do is bar hop, what they are not is you have clubbers that are long distance hardcore riders and you have clubbers that are bar hoppers and you have clubbers that get to a point where they don't ride at all. And they live in the lifestyle of the MC. Most of the MC lifestyle is not on a motorcycle at all. Most of the MC lifestyle is in the clubhouse and meetings and all the kind of stuff that we do together. So I say all riders and all bikers are riders and bikers or clubbers are riders, clubbers are bikers, but not all bikers and riders are clubbers. I hope that.
I don't agree.
I don't either.
I don't agree.
I'll
let you go first, bro.
It's so much simpler than that. You either riding your bike or you're not. And if you're a biker, that means you ride your bike. The attire, even the type of bike that you have, does not mean that you're not a biker, bro. I mean, you can be a bike enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you have a bike and you can be in a club and still be a bike enthusiast. Because you ain't riding nowhere. I mean, I'm not going to be PC. I'm not trying to not hurt nobody's feelings. If the shoe fit, go ahead and put that on. But if you are a biker, you should ride your bike, bro. And there's nothing wrong with being any of those. But stay in your lane. Now, as a clubber, I can agree with your sentiments on that. But as far as you either a rider or a bike enthusiast, but you can't be a biker and not be a bike rider. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think if you're a rider, you're a biker.
You're both wrong because biker culture is not the same thing as riding culture.
But that wasn't what the question was.
The question was when I define biker.
My 2 cents in. I didn't even. You said I was wrong, and I didn't even say nothing yet.
Oh, you were sounding like
that dude. Bust that
I didn't even say anything yet. Lots of you wrong. I didn't say nothing.
He said y'all.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I saw somebody say, calling somebody a biker, everybody have a different definition, but I believe now there's a difference between a clubber or a clubber and a rider, because a rider is somebody that may not be in an MC club. We call them independents, if you want to call them that. But I believe anybody to get on 2s or 3s and ride their bike, whether it's locally around or long distance, is a biker.
Well, okay, so technically yes, but no, because that's not how bikers are defined in America. When somebody says biker, they are absolutely looking at somebody that would be closely associated with the riding style of bikers in America that belong to motorcycle clubs. People,
so you don't think that an independent guy that rides his bike across country?
People don't call crotch rocket riders bikers normally. Okay. Let me.
Okay, he want to pass by.
No. You know, I want to get to this question here. Jason says, wasn't 1 in 6 cowboys in real life black? I remember reading that somewhere, hearing that somewhere. So what it was is there were actually only about 15,000 cowboys during the days of cattle herding. And cattle herding happened right after the Civil War. And what happened was Texas went in on the side of the South. So the North basically stopped buying their cattle for the 4 years of the Civil War. So down in Texas, you had over 1 million steer longhorns running around. Well, particularly mean and nasty cow. They were very ornery. Person used to be thought of as being rich by how many cows they had. But by the time the Civil War was over, you were poor if you had that many cows. So that you had all those cows down there that hadn't been managed, and it was time to, now the Civil War was over, guys said, hey, man, we can make a shitload of money running these cows up north, up to Dodge City and over to the railroads, and we can get these cows shipped all over the country. So they had about a 15 to 20 year period of time where they were actually running cows. And there were only about really 15,000 cowboys during that time. 1/3 were black, 1/3 were Native American and Hispanic, and 1/3 were white, mostly disaffected soldiers that had come from the Civil War on the side of the South. So it was actually more than 1 in 6 cowboys being black. It was probably about 1/3 of the cowboys were black, and 1/3 of the cowboys were.
Give the definition of a cowboy.
Huh?
Give the definition of what
a cowboy was. A cow puncher. A cowboy was somebody that ran cattle, that managed cattle and ran them up and down the Goodnight Loving Trail and the Chisholm Trail. Those were the two most famous trails that ran. The Chisholm Trail kind of ran through Indian territory a little bit and cut around and went to the west. And the Goodnight Loving Trail is the trail that went straight up through Indian territory to get up to Kansas, up to Dodge City, and run those cows. And that's what all those movies were made about. All of the Rawhide and all those movies and the spaghetti westerns were really focusing on that period of time. It was just interesting. Very few of them had any black cowboys in them, when at fully 1/3 of the cowboys at the time were black. Many of them disaffected slaves that had come off of the big plantations, and you had the disaffected Civil War. And a lot of the cowboy movies, you'll see those cowboys running on the plains, riding those animals out there, and you'll see them in Civil War, the side of the South, pants. They still have the pants on from their uniforms, and it's just all very interesting how that happened. But very
the root of that word was racist.
It was because the first cowboys were American black slaves, so.
Right? Because they used the term boy to determine black men. That's the root of it, and then you grow out of it. And isn't it funny that something that started off?
Cow puncher used to be the word, and wrangler and things like that used to be the word. Cowboy finally took over later during the Western movies, but the only people being called boys back then were, as you know. There's a lot to it, man. A lot to it.
Question.
Isn't it funny that, something that started off that bad then turned into this phenomena? Western.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Question. Hello?
Yeah,
we hear you.
All right. So if just figured I'd ask. So were everybody that wore a cowboy hat and a gun and rode a horse a cowboy?
No. 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 And matter of fact, if you watch the movies,
Logic, I know you already know where I'm going.
If you watch those early movies, most people did not wear the cowboy hat this style didn't exist back then. This is you look at those old movies, Matt Dillon and all them, they had all kind of hats. Hats were what people wore, but the cowboy hat that we have today is something that kind of eventually came out. Somebody asked a question here. First of all, I want to say to Nitro and Brad, I'm very sorry to hear that your brother is transitioning to hospice. That's very sad. I just sat with a friend, oh my goodness, a month and a half ago. Time flies. I just sat with a friend who transitioned to the afterlife, and Nikita 1%er, and that was just very sad, man, to watch someone so strong reach the end of life and be so weak. And I guess that's just what we go through. So BD and BC Clark commercial, we are Oklahoma. BD that and BC Clark commercial, we are Oklahoma. I don't understand that. BD, Black Dragon, that, and who is BC? BC Clark commercial, we are Oklahoma. I don't remember that. Interesting. Stetson is the OG of cowboy hats. Actually, there are plenty of great cowboy hats out there. But Stetson's did get the good name, the big name. Logic, how about ostrich skin boots? I can see you rocking a set with that hat.
Let me tell you something. Them cowboy boots, those boots, if that's what he's talking about, those boots look like they the most uncomfortable things in the world. I know I got friends, I got buddies, my VP wears them. Every time I look, I said, those are cleanest boots. I said, but man, those suckers look uncomfortable.
Well, they are for the first couple months.
Couple months?
Until you get them broke in, yeah.
I'll keep my Timbs on. I'll keep my
But if you wear them every day, they break in easy. And I used to know guys, they would just go ahead, put those boots on, jump into a pool of water or into a pond or whatever, and let them boots work out like that. Guys that back in the day that used to wear them things to work in would go ahead and break them in real quick. Ouch! I have two BMWs Black Dragon. Luckily, I have a Road Glide too. Jason, the BMW guys are always the most eclectic looking fools out there. I love them, but I'd be like, bro, do you need all that stuff, man?
They're still bikers, though.
Huh?
They're still bikers, though.
Yes,
they're still bikers.
I knew somebody's gonna bring it back around.
If Black Dragon, if a pop-up club hides behind the cops, what kind of club would they be considered in your opinion? I would consider them somebody you're not fucking with.
True.
There's a guy that they say that about Big Sale. He'll call the cops on you because he said it before. I'll call the cops on you, but ain't nobody fucking with him because he'll call the cops on you. If you're a person that'll call the listen, this is a civilian. He's a 99%er, and he didn't sign up for all that shit y'all got going on. He wants to ride his motorcycle. He wants to ride it unmolested. He wants to be a biker in a biker club with his friends, and here you come with your bullshit. What would you expect? What is he supposed to do? Get his squad together and attack your clubhouse and blow it up so he can go sit in prison?
Civilians do civilian stuff, bro.
Civilians do civilian shit, like pick up the police and dial 911 on your ass.
All you cats that get to thinking that because he rides a bike that he's still not doing civilian stuff, bro. You holding expectations on him that's not real.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to be loyal to the code because I'm on a bike and no, bro. If he's a square, he's a square. Now for you thugs and you hustlers that's out there doing your thing and think that that's cool to call the police or whatever, stop that.
You
That
said
ain't
it
cool.
all. But some guy that goes to work every day and comes home 9 to 5, and him and his guys get in the pool room down in his man cave, and they all get man cave extraordinaire motorcycle club, and you come and flex on them and give me your cut. Oh, really? I tell you what, 911, come get these people, and they show up with the quickness, with the Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marines, and Coast Guard, and National Guard behind their ass. He got a way bigger gang than you do.
Squares do square stuff, bro. What you
I would
expect him
say
to do?
leave them the hell alone is what I would say.
You still, and for me, I still regard them as a motorcycle club, but they're a law-abiding club, bro. It doesn't mean they're in bad standing. They just mean that, look, I do square stuff, bro, but I ride this motorcycle.
Yeah, and you're gonna leave me alone
You go,
because I pay
hey,
taxes.
or not. Just understand that it come with consequences.
Well, there ain't no consequence. You're gonna go to prison because I'm gonna call the cops on your ass
That's a
every
consequence.
time. And so what you're gonna do? Like a lot of people talk about those LEMC clubs. I don't see nobody running them off the road.
Man,
I want to talk Black Cowboys, talk Boss Reeves or Nat Loves. Both were pretty badass. They were. Bass Reeves was a
marshal.
Sheriff deputy.
A sheriff or marshal.
He was a marshal.
Sheriff deputy.
That was in Arkansas. He worked out of
He was in Babylon.
Fort Smith, and he worked for the judge they called the hanging judge.
Yes, sir.
And most people, most historians believe that the character, the Lone Ranger, was developed from the stories of Bass Reeves.
Yep.
And Nat Love was a well-known cowboy, black cowboy.
He was born a slave. Nat Love was born a slave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you guys all know your cowboy stuff.
Hey, and the mask itself was really just to hide that he wasn't black, not to hide who he was.
Maine, some people in clubs don't even own a motorcycle. That's a different conversation, though. Hey, Maine.
Hey, those are clubbers.
Ranch hands and cattlemen were white. Cowboys were black. Yeah, in the beginning. That's how it was. Black Dragon, check my text. You texted me? Let me see. What did he send me? 817. That must be you. Oh, wow. This is our boy in his hat. Oh, he's got a Falcons cowboy hat. There you go. There you go. You guys aren't giving Moto Gato no love, man. Here, I'll try to pull that.
Moto Gato said, listen. He said, listen. I done met an outcast 1%er and a Cossack 1%er, and they saw me wearing my LEMC cut. Respect was given on both ways. You new cats on the set need to stop this nonsense being haters. Straight like that.
Let me find that. K-Bike says the first black cowboy actor was in Rawhide.
1123.
K-Bike Commuter says the first black cowboy actor was in Rawhide. And if that's so, I would have seen him because I used to watch that every single day. 1123?
He was 1123. I mean 1132.
Oh, yeah. I knew that was wrong. Cowboys seem to be the first bikers roaming, depending on each other, and trust, having to stick together. And a lot of things that people don't know. A lot of things that people don't know about cowboying is that out on the range, there really wasn't much racial animosity. You were fighting wolves, Native Americans, the weather, the elements, and every man out there pulled his own. They didn't really have a whole lot of racial shit going on out there. In those days, whites were also called boy until they got married, says Ken Harbin. People wore hats for function, not so much for fashion. Absolutely. The cavalry wore campaign hats from Stetson. Okay, I didn't know that. There were derby hats out there. You're right. I'm just catching up. Most of them wore derbies. Yeah, we were talking about what people were wearing back then, and you would see derbies. If you watch those old movies, most of the people did watch, were wearing derbies, and you're right, and top hats. Jason said, Llama lost 2 members this week, one to cancer and one to a motorcycle accident. We give love and honor and respect to them. We're sorry for your losses. Top hats. Cowboy hats were worn by the cavalry since the 1800s. Thank you, K-Back Commuter. The campaign hat came from the Spanish-American War. Didn't know that. Tasha down in, where the hell is Tasha at? I forget where Tasha is. He's down there gosh, it comes to me. But just a few hours ago, the football director of my club, a club legend, just died with a heart attack at 52 years old. My God, man. Snake boots, says one guy, they are stiff as F out of the box. You're talking about cowboy boots. They are stiff as hell out of the box. Logic got some Ariat boots, and you'll be amazed at how comfortable they are. Let's see. I'm trying to find him. I am a BMW guy, says K-Bike Commuter, and so I know you got all that BMW shit. They all BMW guys have the you can't get a BMW without all the shit. All the
Stop that. Stop that.
When have you ever seen one without it? And those guys be wearing that hot shit all summer long.
Bro, you guys talk about me. I'm in full leathers coming to where y'all at.
They're not in the leather. They're in the coats and
doesn't matter.
All buttoned up to here.
You used to tell me, bro, ride your ride. Dress what you feel to be comfortable. Let them dudes ride, they ride, you hater.
Do as I say, not as I do. Thank you, Black Dragon. All have our lanes. Let's all stay in our lanes. That's what the 1%er patch meant originally. Stay in your lane. I have some ostrich hide. It's expensive, says SSW. Ostrich hide. I bet that is expensive. Now we have the patch police. I think I'll coin the term 100%er. No, it's too late. It's already been done.
Too late. It's already done.
I got the 1% no LEO code. Not all patch wearers, though, sign up for that. However, I just try just as my own principle to minimize LEO interactions. Yes, I do like the 0%er. Yeah, one club has already done that too. Black Dragon, you don't strike me as someone who calls the police. I didn't say I did. I'm just saying he asked me what I thought about those people who do.
Right. Black Dragon got 9-1 already programmed into his phone. He's got to press the other one.
Yeah.
The other one.
No knock on who Black Dragon is. He's a law-abiding sailor, all that good stuff, and that's cool. It's nothing wrong with calling the police if you are a law-abiding citizen or if you just a square. That's not a bad thing, bro.
I'll be honest with you. There were some times I wanted to call the police, and my club was like, "No."
That's a different situation because
I had to be educated.
Different.
You're a national president. You can't call the police. That doesn't work. We got your back.
Oh, yeah, but you're not that now.
I'm always going to be that. Just like Barack Obama, you still call him president. You still call George Bush president. You still call Trump president.
You're none of them.
I am all of them.
You are none of them. Your goatee barely connects, and you're 1,000 years old. Shut up.
Really? We're body shaming. That's what we're doing.
Beard shaming is a difference.
We're body shaming.
Hey man, I be needing my back. I know Logic can't get into him like I'm going to get into him. But hey, I know Lavish will go ahead and cut that dude's whole head off.
Listen, I met an Outcast 1%er and a Cossack 1%er, and they saw me wearing my LEMC cut. Respect was given on both ways. You new cats on the set need to stop this nonsense and being haters. Listen, man, what are they going to do to a cop in his cut? Take it? So they get their whole club surrounded and take it off the face of the earth? Come on.
You know what? The only thing that, and you know, I wasn't in the mix when they were all arguing and everything, is that that club, the Iron Order, and when they were assuming that they were doing outlaw stuff and then run back and throw their badges up. You know, they want this is assuming. This is what I've heard. I'm not saying I've never been around them, but
it's like
I talked about that last night on TikTok, and it's so much bullshit. It's so much rah bullshit. The number, so a lot of times all it takes is one, right? Or a few. It takes a couple guys to do some dumb shit, and now all of a sudden it's like the same thing that's happened with bikers. And this idea that they push that all these LMCs want to be cops in the daytime and outlaw bikers at night, it's just bullshit. Most of the people I know that are in LMCs, they got cop badges they ain't trying to lose on no dumb shit. So, no.
But just like you say, most of them, it only take one bad apple to spoil the bunch. And whoa, if the situation arises where we out there and we doing motorcycle stuff or we doing some thug stuff, just on some street stuff, and I'm doing it with a police officer, they always run the risk of the police telling because they're the police. Know the people that you know the people
LEMCs right now.
But it's the same thing. If they stay in their lane, listen to me. They the police. I don't care what they ride, how they move it. They the police, and that's cool. Just understand the people that you dealing with. They go if they get into it. They have the law to back their situation up. After they beat you up, you're going to jail.
That's why nobody gets into it with them. Why would you get into it with somebody you know as a cop?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
The
old boy said it earlier about staying in their lane. That's their lane. Stay in your lane. And if the police or the LMCs or whatever get into some other stuff, understand, even if they're into some other stuff, they still the police.
They still the police.
They still the Babylon, homie.
All right, Sprite.
Look at what Momoto Gato said about that.
Hold on. Sprite says, wasn't Stagecoach Mary a badass? And this is my first time ever hearing about Stagecoach Mary.
No, you can't be. No.
It is.
No. You did not see the movie?
I did not see the movie.
We need to take his black card, Lord have mercy.
Come on. Well, shit.
I didn't know he had one because he was a subsailor on me.
A whole lot more to take my black card for than not knowing who someone is. But I'm learning about her now. But
let me tell you something.
We took that dude's black card because he was a
subsailor.
Yeah.
A lot of people did not know, and they know now who Stagecoach Mary was, who Bav Reeves was, a lot of black folks did not know who they were until the movie came out.
What movie? Stagecoach Mary has a movie? Mary C. Fields, also known as Stagecoach Mary and Black Mary, was an American mail carrier who was the first black woman to be employed as a star route postwoman in the United States. Wow. Fields had the star route contract for delivery of U.S. mail from Cascade, Montana to St. Peter's Mission. She drove the route for 2 4-year contracts, so 8 years, from 1895 to 1899 and from 1899 to 1903. Author Minute Metcalf McConnell provided documentation discovered during her research about Mary Fields to the United States Postal Service archives in 2006. This enabled the USPS to establish Mary Fields' contribution as the first African-American female star route mail carrier in the United States. Wow. And here's a picture of her. And I'm going to do some research and find out who she was. Thank you, Sprite, for educating us here, especially me. Thank you. Okay, now what were you talking about?
Before I get off of here, bro, just a quick situation. We all men, or we're supposed to be. If we stick to doing men stuff, a lot of this stuff will be fine. Be people of integrity, bro. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And when life happens that you can't, then be accountable. A lot of this other stuff that we be dealing with don't even be a problem. You said something, hold true to it. You signed up for something, and you hold true to it. A lot of the other stuff, if you signed up to be a biker, but you a police officer, stay in that lane, bro. If you a real biker, or I don't mean a real biker. If you wanna live a different lifestyle, I mean, as far as illegal or doing whatever you're doing, then just stick to it and stay true to what you got going on. No snitching, none of that extra telling stuff. You know what you signed up for, hold true to it and keep it moving.
Yeah, you hold true to it until someone walks up to you with 40 years to life and you're 50 years old and you see all the whole
and you should have made that braggy decision, bro.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have, but we see them snitching and telling. I say do this. If you got something bad going on,
they telling without that happening. They telling without that, bro.
Yeah.
Cats will go tell on you just because it's Thursday, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Unsolicited. I seen Dragon guy. If I send him to jail, I can get his chick. Bro, they tell him for less than that. They tell him because they mad at their club. They tell him because somebody got their position, or they tell him for everything under the man. Stop it, but be men. You know what I mean? If the women out here is acting more masculine than the men, what the men? You know what I mean? Stop it. The men are acting like the little chicks. I don't want. You know what I want to say, Logic.
So over there in Italy, the 1% told the folks out there over in Italy, out there where Hendrick Parks is we couldn't associate with LMCs if we wanted to be on the set. So that happens a lot out there. That happens a lot every place. It happens here in the United States. There are a lot of coalitions that won't let LMCs or even motorcycle clubs with cops in them on the sets because of those coalitions. So it happens. You can't be a Finch rider, be a 99%er or a 1%er. Yeah.
Look,
and
I
1%ers should not expect 99%ers to follow 1%er codes.
I have met police officers on the set riding around and did not know they were police officers until I see that they were retiring from the police force. I'm like, oh wow, he or she was a cop. They did not reveal it. But
yeah,
a lot of us don't talk about our quote unquote real occupation when we're out there at, enjoying a ride. And, if you're going to an anniversary, you ain't get, hey man, what do you do for a living? You're not really asking those questions. Oh, and the name of the movie was The Harder They Fall. You didn't see that movie? 2021?
No, but I'm going to go find it.
Go watch the movie, Black Dragon. Watch the movie.
I will. I'm going to probably look at it.
Harder They Fall.
K. Wayne says, what? The LEOs are out badassing the 1%ers? No, I wouldn't say they're out badassing them, but they are definitely not. Nobody's messing with them. I don't know any motorcycle club that's been like run off the set like the big clubs. They can't get rid of each other. There's too much. It takes too much to fight a war like that. So all they do is skirmish. No, it's not banned in the Georgia coalition. Not here in Georgia. That's not banned. Sprite.
What's banned?
Cops being in clubs and stuff like that.
In clubs. Oh, okay.
Well, it's not. LEMC. Sprite. It's not banned in the Georgia coalition. The Georgia coalition is black. What's going on with your phone? You got a lot of background noise. Yeah, that's you. You got a lot of background noise. Lord have mercy. Yeah, something's going on with your background. Okay.
Look, man, go back to Moto Gato's comment at 11:41.
Yeah, you need to turn your volume down, bro. Yeah, that's horrible. 11:41. There are some LEMCs, no name given, we do not associate because they hide behind their LE cube, and many are not even cops. Yeah.
Now that's coming from someone that stay in your lane. That's coming from somebody that's in there, that's over there that sees that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we've seen this for a while. Not everybody in some LEMC not everybody in some LEMC clubs is a cop. Even in the Blue Knights, which is the biggest LEMC out there with over 16,000 members, they in their bylaws, not everybody has to be a cop. Only a certain percentage. I think most of them are cops, but a lot of the LEMC clubs have regular people in them. Iron Order, that was always accused of being an LEMC club, that definitely said we are not an LEMC club, nor have we ever been an LEMC club. They just had a lot of cops in them. And now, if you ask them now, they've made a move to really disassociate themselves from as many cops. They don't say you can't be a cop, but they clearly say we're not a cop club. But that's been what people have said about them forever. And so it's hard to outrun what people say. Ken Harvin says, I don't associate with LEMC or Iron Order. Both are too sketchy for me. If you don't think cops are on the set, you haven't been on the set long. Keep living, says Sprite. They're absolutely on the set. Black Dragon, did you delete one of my comments? Hell no, bud. We don't delete. I don't have time to delete comments.
He barely reads them. So
Too much nonsense in the club scene. I prefer to just ride my own ride, says Papa Penguin. And yeah, SSW, I can remember when there were firefighter and first responder clubs on the West Coast. I know you never see them anymore. I do remember that. A lot of 99% clubs, says Jay, have LEOs and alphabet members that are still active or retired. I've met some. Yeah, they do. So much of this stuff just be rah-rah. There are no cops here. Bullshit. Sprite says if you don't think there's cops, you need to keep living. Biker News Canada, what's up, man? Logic is here, but Lavish is not.
Lavish was here.
He was
here.
Good morning, Frederick Frame. Good morning, Mike. Oh, we're getting raided by Mike Ball. Black Dragon, I got a scoop from Canada. The oldest MC in the country that patched over to 81 is coming back. The oldest MC in the country? What is that? The Rock Machine? Is that who that is? He's in Canada. What's the oldest MC in Canada? Is that the Rock Machine? Oldest motorcycle club in Canada.
Thank you for my hat, y'all.
I think that's the Rock Machine. Perry in 1905, Riley with a cycle. That's the oldest motorcycle. What's the oldest motorcycle club in Canada? Oh, I guess you got to type motorcycle club. Motorcycle club. Manitoba. Manitoba? Is they're the fourth oldest motorcycle club in the world. Is that who we're talking about? Manitoba? Let's see. I guess you'll tell us. We got to go to Biker News Canada to see that. Morning, Black Dragon. Morning, Steve Posey.
Drew said it was Satan's slaves.
No, I don't think that was it. At least this says the oldest motorcycle club in Canada is the Manitoba Motorcycle Club. That's what that says. I would have thought it was. Did they patch over to Hell's Angels? I would have thought the many clubs patched over. Let's see. Gotta get your Google foo skills up, Black Dragon. Iron Order was started by a group of men who were cops, so it's understandable for clubs not to support them. Absolutely. But so was the Thug Riders. They were formed by a group of prison guards and stuff, but they're a full-fledged 1%er now. Ain't nobody talking shit to them. Oh, oldest 1% club in Canada. I think that might be the Rock Machine, oldest 1% club. 1% club. Let's see. The Red Devils Motorcycle Club, founded in 1948. And they initially went by Red Devils, but added original to distinguish themselves from other clubs using similar names. The club eventually patched over to the Bacchus Motorcycle Club. I don't know. He says they patched over to the Hells Angels. Oh, this is the original Red Devils. Come on, Biker News Canada, tell us something. I was just going to say that, Drew.
Hey,
Satan's Choice MC is coming back from Founder's Son.
We over an hour.
Man, we are so far off.
We over an hour.
Satan's, okay.
I got to go.
Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club. Let's look at these guys. And then we'll get out of here. Was a Canadian outlaw motorcycle club that once was the dominant motorcycle club in Ontario with 12 chapters based in the province and another in Montreal, Quebec, and at its peak strength in 1977, Satan's Choice grew to more than 400 members by 1970, making it the second largest outlaw motorcycle club in the world, behind only the Hells Angels. Okay, so this club is coming back. by his son. Where did it eventually? I guess they must have patched over to the Hells Angels at some point. All right, man. We're going to go check that story out on Biker News Canada, though. Uh-oh, criminalization. Poor guys. Okay. Alliance with the Outlaws. And then, I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, then they had a big split in 1977, of course. All these clubs split up. The Port Hope 8 case. Well, they got just all kinds of stuff going on. This is long. Somebody wrote a lot about these guys. War with the Loners. Project Dismantle. Oh, the police came after them. Oh, and then finally an alliance and merger with the Hells Angels. Okay. And now they'll add a new piece. Down here will be the rebirth through the grandson. There we go, man. Satan's Choice MC. Damn, they were hardcore, says Drew. What's up, Mike Ball? I appreciate the invasion. All the bad 81 has said to do it was these guys. Okay, we're getting ready to get out of here. We got to get over to Biker News Canada and check out his breaking story on what's going on with the Satan's Choice MC coming back. Wow, after a merger with the Hells Angels for many years. I wonder if that's going to be peaceful or is that going to be some kind of drama? We shall see. Hey, y'all, we didn't talk about nothing today. We talked about nothing for an hour, but we had fun doing it. Mike Ball, appreciate you.
We talked about my hat. We talked about hats and
talked about hats and everything. And what I didn't get a chance to tell you guys is that my A1C today is a 6.2.
A1C 6.2. That is awesome, my brother. That's awesome. Awesome.
Because you guys will remember back during the beginning of the year, I had all these things happen to me on the show, and I felt like I was going to die, and I was falling over in my chair. I had to go to the hospital 3 or 4 times. We found out that my A1C was a 10.5, which is completely unregulated diabetes, and you're about to die of a stroke, of a heart attack, and that's going to happen at any second, at any time. I was 365 pounds. I was out of shape. I couldn't walk. I was on not one, but 2 canes. People who remember me from around that time will remember I was walking on 2 canes with my service dog pulling my ass up and down the stairwells and stuff. I couldn't do anything. In that time, I have now gone from 365 to 319.6 yesterday. 319.6. I am being removed from. They have taken down my Trulicity prescription from 3 to a 1.5, and they want to take me completely off of insulin. And if I can lose this weight and I can do all of this, and let me tell you something, it wasn't through a bunch of exercises, and it was through changing my food. I still eat till I get full. I'm not dieting where, oh my God, I haven't eaten in 2 days. I still eat and I'm full, but I have changed what I eat. And that in and of itself, without having to run 1 flight of stairs or you don't have to run, you don't have to lift weights, you don't have to do anything. You got to push back from the damn table, not in amount that you eat particularly, but in what you eat. And when you change what you eat, you will actually eat less. And my brother right here is in the same battle with high blood pressure and sugar and what we call sugar in the black neighborhood. It's diabetes. We call it sugar. And his last A1C was a 6.1. So 5.6 is called pre-diabetes. 7.0 is called diabetes. And I think I'm somewhere in between that. What is a diabetes A1C? Type 2. What is a type 2? Type 2 diabetes A1C.
Hey, man, gotta go.
Okay. Let me get you out of here. Okay. So normal is 5.7. So 5.7. If you are below 5.7, you're normal. A pre-diabetic is 5.7 to 6.4. I just hit pre-diabetes. Yeah! All right, preacher. Let's get you out of here. So it can happen for any of you guys. Just try.
Right.
I remember this one kid I met.
We ready?
A few years ago.
Yo, what's up, everyone? This is your boy Logic down here at Keep It Logical. You can catch me on YouTube. You can catch me on TikTok. Listen, today is a great day to go out and ground yourself. Ground yourself with your environment so that you can have a better day. Then when you get on ground, when you get on twos, when you get on your threes, remember these words: ride hard, ride safe, and always ride on faith and keep it logical. Peace.
And it's your boy Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in Monday through Friday. Thanks for tuning in Monday through Friday. And you will be able to catch Logic and myself weeknights on TikTok. Make sure to get my newest book, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101. Thank you for making this the #1 bestseller, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101 by Black Dragon. You can get it on Amazon, Kindle, and your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com, where I hope you all get your copies there. Please get a channel membership. And the #1 metric in all TikTok, says Mike Ball, or in all Facebook and all YouTube, as to whether a channel is doing good or not, is the like button. So you do us a great favor by hitting that like button, the subscribe button, the share button, all the buttons. I'm Black Dragon. We're out of here, man. Thanks for tuning in. And get skinny. I'm not even on the right button. This is some BS right here. And we're out. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.